confidence is something that I'm slowly learning, just like in my life, to just be strong. And when you're strong, like every other kind of confidence just comes along with it. I'm from Zambia. We moved here when I was 6 years old. My dad, he was working all over and he would constantly be traveling, taking me out of school, and it didn't make sense. So finally, he just thought we should be based out here. It was definitely like a culture shock coming here and and being younger than everyone else in school, being 2 years younger than people in my grade. I was like an immediate target. And then when they would like see my parents picking me up and my mom had an accent, it was a nightmare. Elementary school taught me how to deal with people and how to be my own person, because it was hard being teased for being who you are and where you're from. And then after you get older, you sort of learn that those people didn't know anything. I mean, I'm an only child and I'm a girl, so my mom and I we've just always been really close. The hardest thing for them was like raising me, trying to give me like values and make me not forget where I'm from. In Zambia there are a few languages, but one of them is Bemba. That's a language that my parents speak as well as English, but I dropped the language when I got here. I still to this day kind of talk to them about how I wish they had been a little bit more stubborn and strict about me holding on to that, because that's the kind of stuff that gets passed on through generation. I went to Zambia and we were traveling, and I like to travel like relatively light because I'm used to traveling alone. So I had like maybe a bag and a carry-on, and she brought like 5 bags to check in, and I was like, Mom, this is crazy. And when we got there, she had brought back like clothes for everyone, and everyone was so happy. She's not like, I'm bringing all this stuff for people. She's just like, Wandie, just don't worry about it. It's okay. And then when you get there and you realize that like she's bringing stuff that they don't have there, and it's really sweet. So there are times like that where I'm like, and she's taught me a lot of that in hospitality. One of my favorite t-shirts, this New Order shirt, and these jeans are Acne. Bally makes just like the greatest leather shoes. I got these jeans because I was like, should I be doing boot cut now? And I tried this on and they told me that I should definitely buy it, and instead I wanted the cocktail dress, so I bought it. And when I got home, they had wrapped this one up in the bag and given it to me as a birthday present. It's a dress that I really love, and I also love that it was like a birthday gift. From day one, my parents were just like, wear whatever you want. So it was like different colored socks and like crazy outfits, and that was a way for me to sort of like have something that I was taking control of, and something that was just me, and something that people couldn't touch. It's like the past few years of transformation of just like deciding that, you know, I want to do things for me, and it's weird because I feel like I get better response when when I took all these chances. I feel like that's when people are like, hey, I like this about you, and I was like, oh, this is that thing that I've been like hiding forever. And it's really interesting when you take chances and you're scared and you're so worried of what people are going to think and how you're going to do at it, and that's when you get the best response, even if you like fail a little. Rewards you. Absolutely, because the universe is saying, you know what, you've hidden for too long, just try. As I was a kid, nothing was ever handed to me. I had to work so hard. I always had to work harder than my classmates because I was younger. That's something that I still see in a lot of people. I see that they were never taught to work really hard, and I think that too many people grow up counting on things to be handed to them or to be given. I just finished producing a film for the first time, a feature film. My directing partner and I was the producer, who's the director, Ben. We had been reading a lot and watching a lot of Mike Leigh films, and he has this interesting method where for like a year at a time he meets with his actors and he creates these characters from the ground up. And so we basically did that, but in like a third of the time. So for 3 months we had non-stop rehearsals and we created these characters, and these are like 3 to 4 hour rehearsals, and we had like 4 of them a week. And we would just create these characters, and then eventually we introduced the characters, and then through that created a story. I feel like having the luxury to spend time by yourself is amazing, and I don't take that for granted. I live alone, I travel a lot, and I always travel alone, and I go to the movies by myself. I think it was almost like a good experience for me to have been bullied and not getting along with people, because it taught me a lot on how to be really strong and how to take care of myself.